right, so today's lesson is lesson 4-3, which is write algebraic expressions. So you've got a little bit of an intro with your IXL on the warm-up, and we will go back to that as your exit ticket if we have time at the end of the period. So here, you guys, you know, when we are writing variable expressions, when we're writing new algebraic expressions, that's actually just translating English to math. Okay, make sure you write that down. So, like if you were in a foreign language class, some things, some words mean something else. So here we want to know what words in English tell us that we need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So what words tell us that we need to add? More. Very good. More. What else? Tell me. The sum. So sum. What else? Greater than. Okay, I'm going to say greater or greater than. Greater or greater than. Anybody else? Increased. Yeah, increased. Increased or increase. Oh, how about the total? What else you got? In all. Very good. In all. Yeah. Addition. Addition. How about plus? How about plus? How about that word, you know, when we're doing banking and they're putting money in? Deposit. Very good. Deposit. Okay. Larger. Put that in there. Larger. And is one. Okay, that one. But remember, sometimes and just means and. Okay? Combine. Okay, let me put that over here. Combine. All right. So let's move on to subtract. What words tell me that I'm going to subtract? Withdraw. Very good. Withdraw. Minus. Good. Less than. Good. Less than. Decreased. Decreased. Very good. Take away. Take away. Good. Good. Difference. Difference. What else? What else? Subtract. The variation. Yep, that was on our last test, wasn't it? Yeah. Variation. Good. Very good. All right, so moving on to multiply. What words tell us that we need to multiply? Times. Good. Times. Product. Good. Product. Ratio? I think ratio would be division. So, okay, let's do ratio over there. What do you think? Multiply. What else? What else? What is that word? What is that word? Okay, so let's say you go to the movies 2 times. You went to the movies? Twice. Very good. Twice. And of course, twice means times what? 2. Right. Twice means times 2. Let's see. Of to the power. I'll just put to the power. What have I always said? What word in math means multiply? We say Of. Very good. And again, sometimes of just means of, right? Yeah, very good. Squared and cubed. Very good. Very good. How about multiples? Multiples. Multiples. Good. We can say factor. Let me add that in there. Factor. Okay. Oh, that looks like it says factor of. So let me just put this down here. So factor. Okay. All right. Let's move on to division. Fraction. Fraction. Good. Let me get my pen back. Fraction. What else we have? Of means multiply. Divide by. Okay, so divided by. Quotient. Divisor. Okay, we can use divisor. What if you want to share an apple? You're going to cut it in half. Okay, and any of those other fractional words like half, fourths, thirds, that's going to be division also, right? What do you got? Split, okay. Split or share, right? Split or share. Let's put share in there. Dividend or divisor. Dividend and divisor. I got divisor in there. Dividend. All right, but usually, you know, in English, when you're reading a word problem, you don't usually hear the math words. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, all right, we can, let me see if there's anything else we're missing. How about groups? Oh, good, groups. Groups of. Okay, so I think we have enough in our list. What do you think? So with your table partners, I want you to write a numerical expression to find the answer of this. It says 2 adults are taking 10 children to the movie theater. An adult ticket costs $7 and a child ticket costs $5. What is the total cost for all 12 people to go to the movies? Now remember, when you were writing your numerical expressions, yesterday we started off with writing the words. Okay? So when we are writing the numerical expression, we want to take into account this important information, okay? So if we want to find out how much we're going to pay for the adults, we need to take the adult ticket, okay, or the number of adults, let's do the cost of the, well, let's just do the number of adults, adults, times the cost, right? And then to find out how much we are going to pay for the children, we're going to put the number of kids times the cost of a kid's ticket, right? All right, and then we're just going to add those together. Is everybody clear? So, how many adults do we have going? We have 2 adults. An adult ticket costs $7. And then we have 10 kids going, and the kids' ticket costs $5. So now we're going to put these numbers into our sentence here. So we've got 2 adults times the cost, which is 7, plus we have 10 kids times $5. And now we simplify. So we've got 14 plus 50, which is equal to, very good. So everybody's going to cost $64 to go to the movies. Now, how would you write the expression if you did not know how many adults or how many children went to the movies? We could use letters, right? So here, if we did not know how many adults were going, we would have a question mark times the cost, right? And then we would add a question mark for the kids' cost, right? Now, you said we could use a variable, right? So let's use A. Let's use A for the adults, the number of adults. So A for the number of adults times the cost, which is 7. Plus, if I didn't know how many kids were going, let's use the C for children. And then what are we multiplying that times? Times 5. Is everybody with me on that? This is what we call an algebraic expression. Make sure you write that down. That is called an algebraic expression. So here, the next question is, what is the difference between an algebraic expression and a numerical expression? Now that you've seen both of them, what's the difference? So, make sure you write this in your notes. An algebraic expression includes at least one variable, and a numerical expression is all numbers. Make sure you write that down. So here we have an algebraic expression. Here we have an algebraic expression. This is 4n, yours says x, okay? 4x, let me just change it to x. So you have 4x plus 12 plus 2x, okay? That is an algebraic expression. Now, algebra is a branch of mathematics that uses symbols. So we're going to use symbols and letters, variables, okay? Now, a variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents a quantity, okay? So up top here, and we're going to label our algebraic expression up here. The variables are the 2 and the x, okay? Those are the variables, the 2 and the x. I'm sorry, the x's are the variables, not the 2, just the x. Those are variables. Okay? The whole thing is an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression is a combination of variables, numbers, and at least one operation. A term is each part of an algebraic expression that is separated by an addition or subtraction sign. Okay? So, up here, each one of those is a term. So, 4x is a term, 12 is a term, and 2x is a term. Okay? Those are all terms. That's a term, and that's a term. Like terms are terms that contain the same variables to the same power. Okay? They're terms that contain the same variables to the same power. So if I go back up to my diagram, the like terms are the 4x and the 2x. Those are like terms. The 2x and the 4x. Those are like terms. The coefficient is the numerical factor of each term that contains a variable. It's the numerical part. So sometimes you'll hear me say that it's the number in front of the variable. The number in front of the variable. Okay? In algebra, you will see coefficients, terms written like this. See, we have a 4x and a 2x. The number in front of the variable is 4 and 2. So 4 and 2 are my coefficients. Make sure you write that down. And a constant is a term without a variable. Okay, a constant is a term without a variable. So it's just a number. Okay? So going back up here, your constant is 12. Very good. So your constant is 12. Put the arrow up here. It's just a number all by itself. So what does 4n mean? Does anybody know what 4n means? Good. 4n means 4 times n. 4 times n. Please make sure you write that down. So, example 1 is identify parts of algebraic expressions. Okay? So for the first expression, we have 3x plus 2 plus 10 plus 4x. Okay? We want to identify the terms. Now, remember, the terms are the ones that are each part of the algebraic expression that is separated by a plus or a minus. So here, the terms that we have, let me change colors here. The terms are 3x, 2, 10, and 4x. The like terms are the ones that have the same variable to the same power. So here we have 3x and 4x. So we've got 3x and 4x. Now I also want to tell you that constants, we can also put those together, so those are also like terms. Is everybody with me? So also, and I'm going to put a little squiggly line here, so also 2 and 10 are like terms because they're both constants. Okay? Now, the coefficients, remember that's the number that's in front of the variable. So the coefficients are 3 and 4. Coefficients are 3 and 4. And the constants, which are just the numbers, are 2 and 10. So the constants are 2 and 10. Is everybody clear? All right. So with your table partners, I want you to identify those things in example 1b. Take 2 minutes. Okay, so for example B, the terms are what? We've got 9y, 4, 11y, and 7. Very good. Our like terms are what? 9y and 11y. Right, and the constants, 4 and 7. Those are also like terms because we can put numbers together. The coefficients are what? The coefficients are 9 and 11. Very good, 9 and 11. And the constants are 4 and 7. So